Well, hello. The flying reporter is en route. So, after clearing customs at the 2K, we took off and we're not heading to, where were we going to? Not, Troy.
Troy.
We are now on our way to La Rochelle. In fact, we were going to go the 2K to Carpentras direct, but the weather in the middle of France is no good, so we decided to head west, southwest. Got a really good tailwind, so no trouble at all there. We're going to refuel at, has that gone a bit zoomy? No. Yeah. We're going to refuel at La Rochelle, and then see if we can get into Carpentras this afternoon. It's unclear whether the weather will clear. But we're flying at flight level 65. We're talking to Nantes Information, and this is a very straightforward route, not much controlled airspace to avoid or transit through. We did transit through some Class Delta, but that was all sorted by Paris, no problem. And I think it's all going well. How do you think it's going, Alistair?
I think it's going very well, actually. Seems quite calm at the moment. I never like to say these things. Every time I do say it, something then happens. But no, it's all very calm, very pleasant up here. We had a bit of turbulence further down, didn't we?
Yeah, and we climbed above to try and get a bit of improve upon that. So yeah, I think we're on our way. We're on our way. I don't know where we're going to end up. People are now talking about going to Gibraltar. I suppose that's the thing with these things. You've got to go with the flow and go with the weather. And as you know, I like to plan things, so this is completely alien to me. But we're happy. We're happy. So hopefully when you hear from me next, we will be on the ground in La Rochelle. So we've arrived at La Rochelle. What a wonderfully straightforward trip that was. Absolutely no trouble at all. Straight all the way down pretty much. The odd dog leg to avoid the odd bit and bob here. Quite hazy up there, so not great views. We cruised at about flight level 65, and we got clearance through all the controlled airspace that we asked to get through with no bother at all. So a really good trip. We're just waiting for fuel now. I've just changed the camera cards, put some batteries in the cameras under the wings, and going to have some lunch and then see what the plan is for this afternoon. I have no idea, and I'm just passing over the plan to fate now. I don't care. So we'll see what happens. What's the worst that can happen? Will you join us midway through our route now to...
Golf Yankee would also like to speak to
bear with us a minute.
Because we'll also just go overhead CTR.
That's part of our group. Just they're about 30 miles ahead of us. Yeah, we're...
So remain on my frequency.
Okay, ma'am. The plan is to route towards Carcassonne.
Just listening to this.
And then we'll take up a route of about 050 towards Carpentras if the weather allows us, and we will come down if required.
Call me back. Call me if you wish to descend below 3,000 feet overhead Carcassonne CTR.
Copy that, man, and thanks for the help. Go on, copy.
So you can hear there that ATC are being pretty helpful.
This is Golf This is Red Even, and we're just coming up towards Carcassonne, and the cloud is breaking up nicely.
Good to hear, good to hear. So that's our group. They're ahead of us by about 20-30 miles, which is great because it means they know what the weather's doing before we get there. And because the weather hasn't been perfect today, we've had to deal with some low cloud and so on. We've actually climbed now to 5,500 feet to get above some pretty claggy weather, and there's rising ground here as well, so we needed to get up a bit higher. And we're above the clouds, we're VFR on top. These are broken / scattered clouds with occasional banks of thin overcast layers. We did have some towering cumulus earlier on in the journey, didn't we?
We did.
To the, I want to say, which way was it? I don't know which way. That way. That way. And so there was a bit of a worry, because that could have caused us a few difficulties. But actually, this has been perfect. You know, James and the other instructors have planned this perfectly by going this far to the west to La Rochelle. We're now heading southeasterly. And we're not doing this directly to Carpentras, our destination. We're actually doing a big dogleg here, aren't we, as well, to avoid that weather. So they've done really well, and fingers crossed this will work out and we'll get to the south of France before the day. So we're about halfway through the route, halfway through this journey. We took off at 13:54 Zulu, and it is now 15:45 Zulu. So we have nearly 2 hours, and the whole route's 3 hours 18, so we've got another hour and a half to go. How do you think it's going? How are you finding it?
Are we nearly there yet?
It's like having Bertie on board.
I think it's going well, actually. There's only been a few moments I thought,
yeah,
you've looked a little stressed. But no, on the whole, it's been...
Yankee, can you take a heading to the east?
Golf Yankee, heading to the...
Just listening, sorry, I thought they were calling me. What were you saying? A few moments where you...
Well, you've looked a little stressed, but then I'm not surprised, because there has been quite a lot going on. Like restricted airspace and what have you.
There's a lot going on, actually, and having to sort of route up, down, left, right.
But no, we're nicely above the cloud now. It's like another world up here.
L'ami 66, vous êtes en train de croiser.
It's just amazing. You worry about it. We'll be clear. It's like, It looks a nightmare on the map, doesn't it? I think it's about Montpellier almost all the way. Yeah. Oh, it's amazing. It's such a great... I'd never have done this. So we've arrived at Carpentras in the south of France. What an amazing trip it's been today. Absolutely fantastic. We had to dodge some fairly significant build-ups on the way in here around Nimes and Montpellier. Just trying to get a taxi organised now. Are you happy with how today has gone, James?
More than happy. It wasn't expected to go via La Rochelle, but you know, that's what the weather does. So it was a bit of a long trip, but a good initiation for everybody, I think. I don't think many people are flowing that many hours in one go.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
It is amazing to get here and to do that kind of distance without too much trouble.
It was fairly easy, and we were lucky with the weather. Very lucky with the weather.
So have you got any idea about what's happening tomorrow? Should I ask you tomorrow at 9 o'clock?
We'll work that out. We've got an idea. It'll be hopefully onto Pula, into Croatia.
Awesome.
So we'll have a look at the weather in the morning on the route.
So how was it for you?
It was really good. Long journey, a bit uncomfortable, and some challenges. You know, some challenging weather, some challenging airspace. But the French ATC were absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I mean, the UK has really got a lot to learn, I think, if they want to help GA avoid infringements and all that kind of thing. I mean, it was just perfect. You know, they even said, is there anything, let me know if you have any requests. Well, I thought, well, a cup of tea. They really are out there to help you so much, and they've just cleared us through all the airspace, you know, even though it's all marked up with layers of this and that. Absolutely perfect. So, good day. We've managed to get all the way here and we can't find a taxi now. You can see everyone scratching their heads. They're trying Uber. I doubt Uber's around here, do you?
I doubt it.
It's a bit out in the woods, isn't it?
Is there anything differently that you would have done?
I don't know. I don't think there is. I wouldn't have stressed so much beforehand. That's what I wouldn't have done. I wouldn't have stressed so much beforehand. Because actually you can just fly A to B over here. Even though it looks on the chart it's impossible. It's actually not that hard. So just go A to B and weave around the odd bit and bob that you need to weave around. Fantastic. Looking forward to tomorrow.